you with it, drop it.
Nak sial aku cakap aku nak minum air babi. Secondly, we have a panel which is an ex-student from UC Selangor. How are you, Afiq?
Hi, I'm doing. Oi,
Mute bud.
Azal.
Hello, hi, welcome to our David Letterman show for today. My name is Muhammad Zikri bin Hisham. I'm one of your MC for today on our show. It's about animal test. What the hell? Hello, hi, welcome to my show, the Zikri Show. Today we are talking about the animal testing, which is a really hot topic currently. So we have our three wonderful panels here, which is we have Zakwan, which is a public figure from Selangor Shah Alam, Dr.
Yeah,
Anwar,
hi.
doctor, which is from the University of Kuala Lumpur, doctor, and we have Mr. Afiq, which is an ex-student from University Selangor. Hello, everybody. How are you, Mr. Afiq?
Hi. I'm doing quite fine today. I must say, this topic we're going to talk about tonight is quite an interesting topic.
Thank you for the talk, Mr. Afiq. From Dr. Anwar, how are you, Dr. Anwar?
Hello, I'm fine. Thank you for inviting me to join this forum today, Zikri.
Most welcome. And last but not lastly, Mr. Zakwan. How are you, Mr. Zakwan?
Oh, sorry, guys. I'm mute. How are you, Mr. D? I'm fine.
It's pretty good. Very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
So today our topic is about animal abusement and experimentation towards them. What we know about experiment is been going for really a long time, almost like maybe like 200 years since the old times, where old technologies were used to dissect animals and such as. So today, we have some questions that we like to ask to our three wonderful panels here. The first question I will go for Mr. Noah. Okay, for
Yeah.
Mr. Dr. Noah,
Yeah.
this is about the animal abusement, right? So
Yes.
the first question is animal testing unreliable?
Okay. Next question, Zikri. Hello, everyone. Okay. Based on based on my opinion, actually, I disagree with. Actually, I agree with animal.
So for my first question for Dr. Noah is is it like is animal testing unreliable?
Okay. Next question, Zikri. Actually, for me, based on my opinion, I disagree with animal testing because based on data, 90% of drugs fail in human trial even though they pass preclinical tests, whether on safety grounds or because they do not work. And then for the cancer drugs, they have the lowest success rate. I think around only 5% are approved after entering clinical tests. Following by physical drugs, 6% are success, and for the heart drugs, only 7% are success.
So for my second question for Mr. Zakwan, as a public figure, do you think do you agree animal testing should be banned?
Okay. Thank you for the question. Okay. For my opinion, I agree with this suggestion being raised because many innocent animals die as a result for this scientific experiment on animals being conducted.
But why?
Because each year more than 100 million animals, including rats, frogs, dog, cat, rabbits, hamster, pig, monkey, fish, and bird, are killing in US.
Oh, that's really a lot of amount.
Yeah, it's really a lot. 100 million. Yeah, not 1,000.
Is
It's
that
100
is
million.
that is that for every year?
Yeah, every year, each year.
I see. Thank you for the answer. For the third
Okay.
question, I would like to ask to Mr. Afik. Um, I believe you've been studied at University of Selangor for a long time. Roughly, I heard like it was 3 years. So as an ex-student, um, when animal testing has been done to the animals, is does it really violates their rights?
Okay, Mr. Zikri, thank you for the incredible question. Okay, so let me put it like this. Animals and human beings are alike in several ways. They both can feel, behave, think, and also experience pain. Hence, animals have a fundamental moral right to respectful treatment, just like any human being. The general public tends to believe that animals who serve as research samples are kept under decent conditions. However, that isn't always the case, and some of the experimentation itself is cruel to the animals. When let's say when a human being participates in any research, they need a sign of consent form. On the contrary, when animals are used for life-threatening experiments, there is no form, there's no like consent of informed, like they are they are not given the chance to agree with the specific task.
I
Scientists
see.
say it's because animals are not knowledgeable enough like humans. They don't know what consent is. That's the complete ignorance regarding animal consent is pure exploitation of animal rights. Just because they are not knowledgeable about consent, it does not give humans the right to do as they please with animals. One could argue that in the light of certain mental conditions or mental illness, people may not be that aware of the concept of consent. Does that give the people right to do as they please? Clearly not. Hence, animals also deserve to be treated the same way or the same level of respect as humans do.
I see. So, like, is there any other ways for testings rather than using the animals?
There are a few, but okay, let's say today, a lot of gruesome activities have been applied to animals, such as our topic today, animal experiments. Different people will have different feelings for animals. Let's say many look upon them for as a companion, while others view animals as a means or advancing medical techniques or furthering experimental research. Replacing animal tests does not mean putting human patients at risk. It also does not mean halting medical progress. Instead, replacing animals used in testing will improve the quality as well as humanity of our science. For example, I'll give you one example. Let's say human tissues. Both
Okay.
healthy and or diseased tissues donated from human volunteers can provide a more relevant way of studying human biology and disease rather than animal testing. Human tissues can be donated from surgery, let's say cosmetic surgery or a transplant. For example, skin and eye models made from reconstituted human skin and also other tissues that have been developed are used to replace the cruel rabbit irritation test. That's for one. And also, human tissue can also be used after a person has died. Let's say a post-mortem one. Post-mortem brain tissue has provided important links to understanding brain regeneration and the effect of multiple sclerosis and Parkinson's disease.
Thank you for Mr. Afik. A really detailed answer you have given to us. It's really helpful for us also. So, it's time for the second question. We turn back to Mr. Dr. Anwar. So,
Yes.
Dr. Anwar, um, is it like when talking about animal testing, right? Okay, is
Okay.
humans and animals are almost the same, or is it different?
No, actually, human and animals are totally different because okay, let's say. My first point is animal do not get many disease. Is it right, Zikri?
Yeah,
Does
true.
animal have Parkinson disease? Is it
Yeah,
have?
they do.
They
They
don't.
do not. They do not.
They don't. They don't. HIV also they don't. And then cancer. So only one third of substance known to cause cancer in humans have been shown to cause cancer in animals. Okay? An analysis of over 100 mouse cell types found that only 50% of DNA responsible for regulating genes in mice could be matched with human DNA. For
Thank you for
chocolate,
that. Yeah.
no.
Keep continuing.
For
Yes.
chocolate, grapes, okay, you can see chocolates, grape, raisins, avocados, and macadamia are harmless in people, but toxic with dogs.
They do.
So
Towards dogs.
yeah, yes, but toxic with dogs. So that's why I said animal and human are totally different.
I see. Thank you for the very wonderful answer from Dr. Noah. For the second question, the second round, I will ask Mr. Zakwan again. So, Mr. Zakwan, so for the final question is for Mr. Zakwan. As you mentioned, like a lot of animals has been killed since the establishment of the animal testing towards them, right? So, do the people know actually what's happening towards the animal?
Okay, I have said before that they have 100 million animals die because of these experiments conducted every year. But many people do not care about that. They are also like human have feelings too.
I see. Did you, did you?
Yeah, that's too. That's all. That's all for my answer.
Like, oh, okay. So for the last question for Mr. Zakwan.
Tak ada. Dua pasal dua. Dua pasal. Dua. Muka biar elok sikit. Muka biar elok sikit.
So for the last question for Mr. Zakwan, I've, as like you have mentioned to us, the numbers for last year for animal abusement is really high, which really startled us a lot. So my last question for you is like, do the people know about the animal experimentations?
Yeah, I have said before that 100 million animals die because of these experiments conducted every year. But many people do not care about that. They are also like human have feelings.
Thank you for the answer. On my point of view, like the animals in the laboratories, right? The laboratories are not a place for animals actually. For me, they are typically sterile indoor environment in which the animals are forced to live in cages, pens, or perspex boxes, like Mr. Afik just mentioned before. Um, they deny complete freedom of movement and control over their lives. Some animals in laboratories are confined on their own without the intervention of others. This means like without the humans, the animals can even also survive without food. They need to hunt from themselves. So like from this, my point of investigation, like it showed time and time again that despite claims by the animal research community, life inside a laboratory is not alive at all. So thank you for our three our panels for today, Mr. Zakwan, Dr. Noah, and Mr. Afik. Thank you for having me to consult and discuss about the animal behavior in experimentation. So, is there any last word you would like to say, Mr. How about Mr. Zakwan first?
I do not have to say any words. I have two words.
Yes.
Love, love animal.
Love
Yeah,
animal.
thank you.
I like the word though. So, from Dr. Noah, how about you?
Yeah, I think we should spread awareness to gain to ban animal test to ban animal testing. It is supposed to be banned.
Like, is there any other way, like maybe like radio, television, online status,
Yeah, social media also should for
social media?
social media.
Sorry, I laugh. For Mr. Afik, any last word for you?
Okay, well, for me, I my personal opinion, I I like to encourage young generations to speed up the process of technology, like the usage of technology in finding medicines instead of testing them on animals.
Good. Thank you for the answer. Thank you for the views out there. It's really such a pleasure for bringing your time for us. So, goodbye, everyone. Thank you for the panels.
Okay.
Bye bye,
Goodbye,
everyone.
Zikri. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
See you.
Have a great day.